guess that one must sting a lot, a bit of a bump down to earth after the result a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, the result, yeah, but the way we played, I thought was very good. I'll be honest. We were, for me, the better team in the first half. They started brightly in the second. We considered 3 set pieces, which is unlike us. We had the best defensive record from set pieces in the league. So that really stings. Not so much the result. I can handle losing, but it's the manner in which you lose. And today we actually played really well, and I take a lot of positives out of that. We played some really good football, had opportunities, had chances. A little bit more quality in the attacking third in the box. It could have been a completely different story. At 3-2, Marcelo has a free header. Could be 3-3, and you get the crowd behind you, and it could always be different. It's moments. It's moments in a game. But in terms of the result, yeah, it's disappointing. Particularly how we considered the 3 goals. We didn't concede an open play. Then we pushed for it. They're a transition side. They're very good in transition, and that's where they got a lot of their chances. But ultimately we weren't good enough to score more than them. All right, but in terms of the general play, we played some really good football. It was a really good game. We know Adelaide. They came to the party. They played their stuff. We played ours. I'm sure a lot of people would have enjoyed 2 teams going at it.
You mentioned 3 goals from set pieces. Any idea why tonight they all fell apart?
No, I don't. I mean, if I look at prior to that, it's how we gave up and coughed up the ball was from our mistakes. And had we have not made those mistakes, we don't give away a corner. And that's where I look at it. In terms of the actual corner themselves, we know that Goodwin's one of the best dead ball specialists in the country. If you want to put it in an area, he's going to put it in that area. That's how good he is. He's probably the best in the league at that. So we've got to revisit that and have a look at that and make sure that we're much better, because I didn't expect that. When it comes to defending corners and free kicks, that's one part of the game where I'm pretty confident, because we're so good there. But it's little things. But like I said, more importantly for me was the moments that led to them having a corner. It's not through them having a shot or whatever. Yengi gets the ball, tries to take on everybody when he could just secure the ball, keep his body, get their players out. Doesn't do that. They get a corner out of it. So it's those moments that we have to get better at.
The last 5 minutes, what was you were right in front of it, what did you see?
The way I see it, had Callum had fallen over, which we've seen, because Irakunda retaliates and pushes him and shoves him twice, that's a red card. Yeah. Callum doesn't do that because he's too honest, and a melee breaks out. And I said in the post match on the ground, I know we can have a look at Marcelo and his actions. He shouldn't have got involved in the first one, but in the second one, their player runs 50 metres, sprints. Lachlan Barr sprints 50 metres to get into his face. You're talking about Marcelo, a Brazilian that was brought up in the favelas, huh? Really poor area, and that's what disappoints me, is that we know Marcelo, has got a very big personality, and he's very, strong and a leader, and he defends and protects. And that's what he does. And he's done it numerous times this year where he's gotten people, put his arm around their head. He's done it from the Derby days in the Melbourne Victory in the second round. So I need a bit of an explanation as to why or where the red card came from. But more importantly as well, had Callum have gone down, that's retaliation. So he holds his feet and there's no retaliation there. What's the difference? There's still an attack on my player in the form of a retaliation. And I think, and I've gone on record in protecting him, but I thought Sean Evans just didn't control the game tonight. He just didn't. And that's what led to that incident as well. There's a lot of little things that were happening off the ball. They were very physical off the ball, and a lot of things got taken off. They just wave play on. I just don't get it. There were offside situations where they were clearly offside. The linesman puts their flag up. Sean sees it, but lets it play on, and we've got the ball in our defensive third, and we're trying to play out under pressure. There's a lot of those little moments there that I need to question, because I just didn't think it was right tonight.
So just to clarify, you think Irakunda should have gone?
But he's retaliated. That's retaliation. Okay. I mean, what else? Does a player have to fall over in order for it to be a red card like we've seen in other games? No, not necessarily. No. Not once, twice. Yeah. What Callum did, You know, he did, and he got a yellow card for it. No problems. It was a cynical foul. But the Irakunda goes and shoves him on 2 occasions. That's an attack. But because Callum holds his feet, it's nothing. It's not, and that's why Marcelo got involved, because of the retaliation from Irakunda. But I don't know. Like I said, Sean Evans should have seen that. The fourth official's there. The linesman's there. They've got that many people, that many eyes. You can't retaliate. Just because it doesn't fall over doesn't mean he hasn't retaliated. He's retaliated. Simple as that. That for me, if you want to be consistent, and I praised the referees on their consistency a few weeks ago. If you want to be consistent, that's a red card for me. Irrespective of what it looks like, because we've seen people milk fouls and really throw themselves over, make it look a lot worse. And I've seen players do that, and a little bit of a wink on the sideline because they've got someone sent off. Callum, like I said, is too honest. Doesn't do that. Doesn't take control right there in that moment, Sean, and then the melee starts. And that was the issue that I've got. A stronger referee, like the one that we had in the derby, he wouldn't let that happen. Right from the outset, he saw Paolo Retro last week try to get involved in something and gave me an additional yellow card straight away. That's the bar. For me, that's why he's the best referee in the competition. But then we didn't get a consistency there today. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what irks me, is the lack of consistency with the officiating.
So just on Marcelo, do you think he should have been able to stay on the field? Is that what you? Sorry, just so I'm clear, like that.
I haven't really seen in terms of what he did. Right? If it's the one where he got involved in the Irakunda, if it's the headlock, no chance, because that's what happens. But who did he put in the headlock though?
Irakunda.
Right.
And then he had the set 2 with Bar.
Well, that's two different incidents, right? So Marcelo perhaps shouldn't have got involved in the first one, right? But again, it's because he shoved one of his players and he was trying to get involved there. But the second one, when Lachlan Barr, like I said, sprinted 40 metres, it's clear as day, you'll see it, right? Gets into the face of Marcelo. Any human being would protect themselves in that situation. Anyone, right? And yet only a yellow card. But a player instigates a further melee by sprinting 40 metres, and all he gets is a yellow card. When you've got VAR, fourth official, linesman, all these eyes who can see what's going on, I'm on the sideline, I saw it clear as day, sitting back. I don't understand it. And yet they get away with it, and yet we're always the bad guys. Not always, but I'm just saying my play misses out. And one of the best in the league doesn't play. Fans don't get to watch him play. Yeah, I thought it was phenomenal, right? But like I said, understand the person and the personality, right? He plays on the edge. That's what makes him so great, and that's why he's been a great footballer. But he's also very protective as the captain, right? I'm not saying he's perfect. None of us are. I'm certainly not, right? But I thought it should have been dealt with so much differently. That's all I'm going to say.
So, and just looking forward, it's like Gab Clare didn't play tonight. What's the situation with him?
Who's that?
Clare.
Yeah, he's still nursing a bit of a foot injury, so we're not going to take any risks. Not now, with finals, coming up. But yeah, like I said, we're not there yet. We still need to win, but yeah, that's all it is. And Simo played well in the derby, and he played well again tonight. So there was no reason to drop him, and no reason for Gab to be part of the squad when we can rest him for another week.